Take those winning lessons, put them to action here, and start stringing together some wins, because at the end of the day, every little point matters.
Face-off will be between Jonathan Castagna for Cornell and Brandon Svoboda for Boston University. And we are underway here at Madison Square Garden. Veilleux has been a terrific freshman for Cornell. Boumedienne sends this one ahead. Harvey puts on the brakes of the half wall. Sends it up top. Trethewey, the freshman, puts it on cage. The stop by Cornell. First test of the night for Cornell. Had a pretty clean look at that one as Trethewey picked it up. No real screen in front.
You know, it's not every day you have two goaltenders out here that are...
Center point hands this one off. No, gets it back. Castagna drops it down in front. The tip. Yegorov stops it off the stick of Charlie Major. And now puck goes out of play. Veilleux, a couple of goals this season, both on the power play, helping to set it up in front as Major got the tip. Outlet feed. Ryan kicks it to his stick, sends it in front. Hiscock the shot, saved by Yegorov.
Go on their power play. And let's see if Cornell here can hold their own and shut them down.
Fisher in the box for Cornell. Terriers on the power play. McCarthy has it. Gets this one back. One-time chance. Yzerman tipped in. Goal! Bednarik on the power play. Just 9 seconds into the man advantage, the Terriers take a 1-0 lead.
Well, and right there, and you can see why faceoffs are so important. You know, we talked about it. It's the only static play in hockey. Unfortunately, you know, that took a bounce. It looked like they hit him in this
play. Hudson, the rush. Stanley there to slow it down. Yzerman backhands it to the circle, picked up by Ritchie. Yzerman steps up, shot saved by Cornell. Rokanakis at the doorstep and fellow freshman. Julian able to keep it in the zone, turns and fires the stop by Yegorov. Pirtle was in close to the paint, took a bump by Boumedienne. Works it across, Hudson. Through the screen, deflected top of the screen, bounces off the end wall. Merrill giving chase. Ashton kicks it loose, but not out. Hudson keeps it in. Rokanakis in the corner. Ashton tracks in behind the cage. Now Rokanakis steps in front, knocks the cage loose on the ice. Don't know if that was Cornell in the midst of a partial change or what, but as it's loose in front, point blank chance can come in off the stick of Bednarik in front instead. Major sends it up the wall, picked up there. Not cleared. Figueres shot, save Yegorov. It has not been an easy last couple of minutes for Yegorov, but he has been up to the task for the Terriers.
You know, that's just sometimes the way it goes. You see the Terriers there have arguably a 2-on-0, a bobbled puck, a mishandled puck, and then Cornell goes on the rush the other way with a couple grade A scoring opportunities. And that's just how fast the momentum can change.
Well, if anyone was counting on Yegorov not being quite, sends it ahead, looking to get it through center for Catalano, broken up. Hudson brings it the other way, puts on the shot that goes wide of Cornell. Hudson at the doorstep. Looking for Long, Trethewey batted it out of the air. Veilleux brings it across. Over to Long, back up top. Castagna shot, kick save. Yegorov, Kraft digging between the circles, can't get it. Instead, Veilleux keeps it in the zone. Kraft goes to the corner. The cage. Figueres. Terrific feed. Here comes DeSantis. Puts on the shot. That goes just wide of Yegorov, who may have gotten a piece. Veilleux a chance and deflected in front away from the cage as Ryan was in good position for Cornell. Hudson behind the net. Brings it ahead for the Terriers. His pass taken by McCarthy. Puts on a shot. Saved by Cornell. Yzerman tries to dig it out. Here's Bednarik. Flips it back up top. Hudson, 3 seconds to go. Puts on a chance that's deflected out of play.
Win it to him on the circle, and he's probably going to try to one-time it. Not much you can do, like you said, with 1.5 seconds. But let's see how this plays out.
McLaughlin wins it. Yzerman the shot. Saved by Cornell. The buzzer sounds. That was a pretty good chance there for the Terriers. Set up again by that face-off win by McLaughlin. And Yzerman was in the spot where you said he could get a chance off. Actually, it was Hudson, pardon me. So 44.
To get him out of position or find a way to break his confidence and, you know, maybe open the floodgates to more than one goal.
When you're going to shoot and a 6'4" away. Comes through center. Hoyt Stanley between his legs, dips the shoulder behind the net. Tough angle chance, never reached the net. The ice during the Harvard game, and the answer, of course, was yes. Here's a chance. Ryan coming in for Cornell, puts on the shot. Yegorov picks it aside with the right leg pad. To Julian, keeping it alive in the offensive zone for Cornell. Boumedienne behind the net. Murtaugh takes the puck. Gets the red line. Tries to angle this one past Fisher. Yzerman picks it up. Yzerman behind the net. Sends it in front. Castagna gets it out of danger for Cornell. Terriers can't clear. Yzerman. Back to Hudson. Nice feed. The shot saved by Cornwall.
Wow, that was quite the move there by Yzerman to be able to pull that around from his forehand to his backhand around the Cornell defender and sling a pass through the seam on his backhand from both.
Walsh kicks it free. Kraft in front. Long sends this one to Stanley. Back in front of the paint. Kraft couldn't reach it. Picked up by Hudson. Some skill on skill there. Hudson and Major. Major finds some room. Turns and fires loose in the paint. Yegorov able to dive on it. Walsh had his back turned to the puck as Yegorov saw it and made the stop. On the faceoff. Off the draw. Castagna wins it. Veilleux one-time shot and gloved by Yegorov.
I think one thing Cornell can do to help increase their chances is try to take away his eyes. You know, they win this draw, they get to the net, and if they can have some players that stand in front of the goalie and take away.
Not a piece, but Hudson has it. Maybe some numbers the other way for the Terriers. Hudson drops that one over to Yzerman, swings it across. Hudson gets it, lines up, shoots, and square to it. Cornwall makes the save. McCarthy tracks it down on the Terrier end. Ahead to Ritchie at center. McCarthy lines to it. To Julian, lines him up. Now Ryan behind the net, met by Hudson. Ryan swings it in front to Julian. Gets it through the paint and wide. Ryan backhands this one back up top. Veilleux through the screen. Blocked between the circles. Veilleux shovels it back there. To Julian, tries to pick it free. Veilleux a chance. Saved by Yegorov. Xavier Veilleux, really nice work keeping it alive a couple of times. By the net for Devlin. Devlin, 2 goals against RPI last Saturday. His first 2 of the season. Fisher through the screen, off the glove of Yegorov, out of his reach. And Hudson met by Devlin. Here's Walsh out with it. Back to Fisher. Around the end wall, Hudson and Devlin going after it in the corner. Hudson shovels it up, but not out. Now he turns it the other way. McCarthy giving chase. This mostly Cornell crowd trying to cheer on the Big Red. It's Major. Sends it in front. Walsh collects back, and a goal! Hiscock ties it up at 1.
Well, that was a great play all the way around. You saw how a defensive turnover there from BU allowed Cornell to return on the attack. They exposed a recovering defense. Now, wow, what a great play there by Walsh. Yegorov slid all the way over. He was able to feather it back across for Hiscock on the back door.
3rd goal of the season for Hiscock. But of course, this is going to be a memorable one.
Well capitalized, so we got an even match here.
Yzerman sends it across. Stopped there by Cornwall on Trethewey. Elude Yzerman. Veilleux turns it to Hiscock. Collects, sends that one off the end wall, and on the rebound, Kraft sends it wide and out of play. But Hiscock have made it 2 in a row, and Marlowe bumps it back up top. Boumedienne with it. Boumedienne down the wall, puts on the shot, saved by Cornwall. So it looks like each team will send a new 4 out onto the ice, and you can hear this. Matt sends this one ahead to Julian, comes across to Julian. The shot steered aside by Yegorov. To Julian back, looking for Major. Gets by him as time expires here in the 2nd period. So
2 against BU, 1 against UNH, and similar to Hiscock, I was able to score. in my freshman year, and it's a memory.
Comes long. Ksenia in front. Veilleux collects off his skate, but not onto his stick.
Hockey game. It's won on a gigantic stage.
Figueres through the screen. Yegorov the save. Morello to Rukanakis. Sends it into the big red end. Ryan looking for his cock, broken up. Morello brings it back into the Cornell end, sweeps it on net. The stop by Cornwall. Iserman looks to center. That hit the stick. Cole Hudson, such an impressive season. Brings it down through center. Hudson on net and sends it wide. And looks like that hit the netting above the glass, so it'll be an offensive zone draw coming up here for the Terriers. McCarthy with it. Cornell going in a partial change. DeJulian just on the ice, trying to make a play to keep it in the zone, but here comes Hudson. Hudson to the red line, now the blue. Hudson toe dragging shot off the glove of Cornwall. Veilleux lost it to Harvey. Chipped up and now out. Veilleux slides it. Terthui sends it through center, bouncing to Iserman, puts on the shot and scores! Iserman! As that puck had eyes, it gets by Cornwall, and the Terriers retake the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, it didn't look like Iserman had much of an angle there. I think that might be one that Cornwall wants back. That's what I was talking about earlier. You know, with the spontaneous offense, it could look like, you know, BU is stuck in their D zone or, you know, trying to survive the water brought on by Cornell, and next thing you know, BU's up 2-1.
Iserman 7th of the season. Long comes across. Long, the shot, Yegorov stops and he holds on. We have seen Yegorov let up some rebounds here, second period, and while not quite a full rebound there, maybe a chance for a loose puck in front for Cornell moving forward.
Looks like he bobbled it there for a second. A good initial stop, but that would have squeaked through one way or the other. Cornell
into the center zone. Here comes Charlie Major. Major with Walsh trailing, puts on the shot, saved by Yegorov.
You know, as a teammate, that's something you love to see there. There's two guys on Cornell, both going down.
Whiffed on that attempt. Now backhands it to McCarthy. Through the screen, goes wide of Cornwall. Iserman the shot, saved by Cornwall. Figueres sends Bednarik to the ice as Cornwall made the stop. So 1:09 left. Walsh tries it between the circles, and he draws the penalty. Now Cornell on the power play. Walsh indeed does come off the bench. Boumedienne makes his way to the Cornell end. Harvey one-timer saved by Cornwall.
Wow, that was an awesome save there by Cornwall.
Two extra skaters, or an extra skater on. As Stanley with it, Stanley steps up and shoots off the crossbar, bouncing in front of the cage and now to the wall. It is Major. Cornell a 6-on-4 skater advantage. Net empty for Cornell. The big red on the power play. Stanley skates to split the defense, can't do it. Figueres has it. Figueres from center has to wait for his teammates to get on side. Last second shot by Walsh goes wide, and the Terriers snap Cornell's win streak here at Big Red Hockey at 4 as Boston University wins this one 2-1. So other than getting the win might be the most important part of what we saw here tonight for the Terriers, because he's been struggling but better as of late, and a 6-on-4 advantage, and just not quite enough for Cornell to come away with what would have been the equalizer, and we'd still be playing hockey right now as it is. Again, the Terriers with the 2-1 victory. So certainly a great experience, red hot hockey for both of these teams, but it's the Terriers who walk away with the victory. And Anthony, I said that I wanted, it's a little like asking Aquaman to wear Superman's cape. I want